afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another fantastic Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dame. We're off here in an exciting 1 vs 1 on the Hrolotny Ferma. We shall be watching Strategios here fighting for the Soviet Union, fighting for Comrade Stalin, and the will of socialism here fighting for the 5th Mechanized Corps, going up against Falm, fighting for Germany, for the Reich, on the Großdeutschland Panzerdivision. And you might be wondering why I'm mentioning Corps for the Soviets and divisions for the Germans. Well, here's the thing though, after Barbarossa there was a lot of losses for the Russians, basically in particular in tanks, and so a bit of, how shall we say, creative bookkeeping in terms of divisions, what they were supposed to have happened. Which rather meant that in terms of what was actually equal to, say, a German division was, in Soviet terms, an actual corps. In particular, as the war progressed, and they basically sort of had to put less and less men in each unit as well. So, for example, by 1944-45, a Soviet rifle division, for example, was maybe 6,000 to 7,000 men. Though that was also increasingly common with the German divisions, because, well, both sides were having increasing troubles actually keeping things fully manned. So, little detail there. A mechanized corps in particular was closer to the sort of German panzer divisions. It had sort of more combined arms assets, whereas a Soviet tank corps was much greater on tanks, for example, but much less on anything including artillery infantry. So small details there in terms of organization of the armies, and sort of how they might have slightly worked, for those interested. But anyways, we're seeing here advanced warfare. It's been a bit of a while, but it seems to be a bit of a resurgence there. Strategios going forward with his opponent having elite troops, lightning war, and mechanized assault. But back here we're noting a lot of Grenadiers sort of standing out. They also notice a problem company are rapidly following up with a maximum up to the first two conscripts. Also full southern focus here from Strategios for the closest viewpoint. He's apparently not going to sort of go for a broader approach, hoping he's thinking, oh, overwhelm his opponent locally than in the south. Or at least buy himself enough time to get the maximum up to get those fascist heads down. We're noting here he's actually being a bit cautious. He's got two Grenadiers, but at the same time this is a rather open terrain area, so he's of course not going to be charging blindly into that, since that could easily result in a lot of dead people. Looks like there we go, moving in. Troops engaged here. He could now actually move up here, get behind the Grenadiers, and cut them off the retreat, and also shoot them through. But no, he's actually just going to squat down there, keeping them there to take the munitions, leaving the communists to sort of fight and fend for themselves. That's obviously not going to work very well long term. I mean short term, as a lot of them do go down there to German shots. Run, Boris, run! But not too fast either. You can't look like you're deserting. Then the NKVD will shoot you instead.
Sector is at risk.
Quick precision up here. Interesting enough, he seems a bit worried about what might be passing through, so he's going to keep a bit of an eye there. But there we go. Spraying at Grenadiers. Now this would be a good time for Strategios to actually counterattack. Now the Grenadiers are actually unable to support each other, in particular due to like the terrain here. And there we go. Maxim setting up. And there going up on the fascists. Cuts moving in. And there we go. All of a sudden, front positions are dreadfully overextended and in slight trouble. But he still managed to sort of grab most of the map, partly because he's spreading out slightly, using the pioneers for that. And there we go, a full retreat here, or at least semi-retreat, realising he can't fully win engagement from there, so he's trying to buy himself more time, slow down his opponent, maybe until other forces can arrive, or say an MT-42, as we do see Falm pulling up here. Second maxim there. All infantry so far, missing a field infantry going up. And there we go, northern munitions is German. It's a bit of sort of sneaking about there, bit of and there we go, going for the cut-off point. We do see the Maxim here ready to cover off, and the Grenadiers right in front of it are taking quite a punishing beating with an MG42. They're setting up to cover, but at this stage the input going to be late. The Grenadiers already pinned down here, down to half men. In fact, almost the entire unit here is wiped out by the Maxim in a very short amount of time. And right here, Form's actually overextended his MG42, and there we go, set Maxim opening up there. Coming sneak up north. Falm, he needs to pull that back very rapidly, otherwise he could face some serious casualties and handing over a heavy weapon to his opponent, which is not what he wants to happen. There we go, sneaking up further. Not sure why Falm is insistent on retaining this position. It's Yomin there, go finally falling back, finally. Bit close there. Grenadiers reinforcing, in fact seeing only 3 Grenadiers and an MG42 so far here for Falm. Bit of surprise there. Might have expected a bit more than that. Oh, there we go. He's actually getting a mortar. A Granatenwerfer, and apparently he actually managed to stun his own men, which actually means he's gone for the elite troops. But you know, watch where you're throwing that thing, Dietrich. But there we go, we are seeing him pushing up here on a broader front. Maxim's pushing up sort of there, keeping the Germans' heads down while the country them sort of moving further, setting themselves up to the cut-off path. In fact, there we go, light machine gun up, that should help a bit, but at the same time again, outnumbered, outmaneuvered also means he's already teched up. The situation is definitely a bit pressured here for our German friends. 2 counter hitters, 1 grenade, what a small stun grenade hit could do wonders, and there we go. A lot of men stunned. More setting up a bit too close to grenades. Grenades set on fire. Set on fire. On. So there we go. Falm so far. Oh, Strageos have been leading so far in a good offensive move here. Caught Falm in some rather nice position. The grenades need to retreat. Retreat. Get the hell out of here. There you go. Pioneers engaging. MD42 moving in. Then the Pioneers actually closing up here. Rather doing short work here of the conscripts who are low on health, amongst other things, allowing the Pioneers up close to do some damage. Granaten for firing. Almost got the conscript, then we're seeing another one on the way. Finally here, in fact, another one already. Pioneers might want to fall back here though. Low on health, low numbers. Another shot here from the Granatenwerfer, and almost wiped out the entire unit there. They're still managed to push back his opponent charge back to the base. We're seeing a bunker going up, medic bunker on the way. At the same time to push back rapidly. Can't afford to stay off the field for much longer, since otherwise Falm will, or Strategios will push ahead there and maybe even mine up some spots. He's certainly got the munitions to do a lot of mining at the moment. Anti-tank grenades on the way here. A bit worried maybe about an early vehicle rush. Understand when they go mortify going down here, can't catch the Maxim. Go. Almost hit though, but not quite. Not quite. Then is ready, almost ready again. Get some machine guns up there, point being secured. And there you go, anti-tank grenades available, so now you can handle a slew of threats moderately well. And like to make a nice companies up, he could get a scout car, he could get a half-track, he could get some panzer grenadiers. The options are definitely there. Meanwhile, the efforts continue up north, spreading out there. Good, good. How shall Falm respond to this threat? One wonders, Pioneers healed out as well. There we go, mortar strike landing upon the church there, opening up one part of it, leaving some of the guns exposed. And there we go, we are seeing the Strategios is quick to fall out of the building. Scout cut out the lighted punches Wagen 221. And he's moving northwards in a sweeping move there. Need to get into cover, into Deckung, and Deckung now in the open. Machine gun firing up there. Scout coming up as well. And we got the mortar firing away. Definitely a lot of bullets going there upon Strategios' forces. Scout making a bit too aggressive move there. Apparently he's not taking about the chance of the hitting into tank grenade. There we go. Already heavily damaged, it's not looking too good either. Heavily wounded, heavily damaged. The scout car now in serious trouble. Close to getting the card squad, but they're not quite there, not quite. And there goes scout car, very quickly wiped out there. That's a tragic loss for Falm. Pioneers, conscripts. Oh, grenadiers moving up to deal with the conscripts. Reaching eventually 2 pounds, moving up then. Oh! Blimey! Lost the entire country squad, but the Pioneers suffered none to the mortar there. It would seem impressive shooting. Dieter, also next time you might want to shoot a bit more carefully. Either way, that was entire squad lost in one go there. That's definitely going to help Falm. About to lose the fuel though, and again territorial wise we are seeing that Strategios so far is solidly and handsomely in the lead. Getting panzer grenadiers now. Forces once more being healed up and reconstituted before moving out. Lots of mines around here, good, good. That's definitely going to be difficult to approach without suffering losses. if you don't have a minesweeper. We're seeing mines going up in response, and S minefield to cover up this cut-off point. Not bad, not bad. That will hurt Strageos a bit. And over to Falm. His force is slowly growing. He's got plenty of fuel though, so he could already now take up if he wanted to. A grenade here might also be an idea, if anything. But there you go, Molotov on the men in cover. That's definitely going to hurt a bit. Forcing them out of the cover. And there you go, more mines. Lots of mines, in fact. Here's Strageos having laid down a mine strip there, which will certainly delay any advance made by Falm up there, unless he is very clear on having a minesweeper there. Looks like he's going to need to make a move. We're also seeing more forces moving north. We are seeing conscripts with submachine guns, the PPS-841. At the same time, mechanized armor company up. He might be aiming for the T-45's armor, but he still wants something else to provide a bit extra punch elsewhere. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea whatsoever. Quickly force dispatch troops up back here again. So take some things of pressure on the territory that Falm, of course, obviously has to protect. Thus it's putting pressure off his own territory. So that's a good move there, good move there. Tactical taking up in the building. Let's bring in there, trying to get that fuel away from the fascists. Solid thing he never takes, but there we go, engaging. Maybe even a rifle grenade here. A bit too slow there, oh, they could catch a Maxim here! As long as they stay away from the mine, otherwise they're going to end up in a rather tearful situation. There we go, stun grenade! And then hit the mine, Scheiße! But there we go, stun and getting several of the Maxim gunners. And there we go, full speed, but hitting another mine! No luck for the Panzer Grenadiers. So many men lost. But there you go, Maxim crew wiped out. A small victory here for Germany. Meanwhile, though, fresh efforts towards elsewhere, towards the weaker parts of the front line. Strategios did quite good in seeking them out and attacking there, disrupting territory and forcing Falm to either give up or shift forces down there. If he were to arrive right now, of course, he would not be known. Of course, he could actually set off the mine and do a lot of damage as the Russians, but again, that would require him knowing it. Oh, and a demo charge right here. Very sneaky, very mean trick. He should have captured it fully, though, so you can actually see it happen. See them try to take it and thus set it off. And looks like the Maxim is there, made off with the MD-48, guarding the victory point a bit desperately. Bit on his own. And there you go, Pioneers moving in, and kaboom! Leaving most of the unit quite dead. And a huge chunk there in the ground. And there we go, battle phase 2. So he can get supply armor corner if he should fancy it. He could also consider at least maybe upgrading the third grenade squad here with some gear for the fleet to add a bit of shorter range firepower. Might provide him with a bit of a boost there.
We are losing a sector.
No sign of anything here from the mechanized armor company. Oh, just as I spoke. HE-76M assault gun. Ooh, hiccups. Lovely. And minesweepers, good. About time he got some. Another push towards the north. Good, good. Farmman can push this towards the centre. With a small infantry force, though heavily equipped. And also mines here. Good. So Strageos not laying down on the mines here. Or laying about or whatever. And they got at the same time flank up the conscripts. Good, good. At this range, that would be great if they had submachine guns. I think there goes moving up. Could fire some barrages at the Grenadiers. There we go. Stun grenade though on the conscripts there, doing a bit of damage. Ultimately, the one grenade squad has all been pushed back there. Forced to retreat in the face of the HE-76's high explosive rounds. And Maxim sitting up there. Need to fall back. And again, a move for the fuel point as well. We are seeing here that Falm is a bit scattered. Doesn't have anything to sort of effectively guard the north. His MD-42 is down here guarding a smaller, well, more of a city not really essential piece of territory there, so that's a bit of a missed decision, I would say. Though we do now have a Panzer IV on the move here, so that might give him a chance of really striking back at the Russians. But he needs to strike back a bit more decisively. Alternating a field cache here, so Stratego's building up for the longer game as well. Good, good. Good, good indeed. Commendable, even. So right now, Falm needs to rapidly counterattack towards the north. He needs to take this back. He needs to push back the Russians, and he's going to need to get that fuel point. Partly because he can allow his opponents to have 2 fuel points. That's for sure. And there we go, 39 fuel per minute. That's definitely going to help rapidly. Mortar fire, again another stun grenade here. Nice bit of damage there, stunning up a few troops. And there we go, nice hit down there, take up position here, cut him up, maybe wipe out the counter squat there. If he moves up further here. Oh, forced to pull back. There we go, there we go. Focus him down to 1 man. Gets that Russian runner. Ah, never mind. And there we go, another stun grenade. He really loves those stun grenades. Stunning again, getting more free shots. Then at the same time, we see another battleship from HS-76. Panzer IV, it's ready to get up here. Can these conscripts make it back home to the motherland? Or will this building become the tomb of many a man? And he didn't make it. There you go, Panzerkampf infantry mobilizing. Maximum up there, but coming immediately out fighting from the Panzer IV. Another Maximum joining as well. The Panzer IV back. At the same time, fine from here. Nice positioning. If we could actually hit, though. Clearly, this crew never learned much about gunnery. That's the 3rd shot that missed. Well shot there, Yuri. There we go, Maximum caught a bit of the spot. There we go, Coach advancing. Strength from the Panzer IV. He could get some Pintermine machines up soon later. And oh, bit of a mistake. They're exposed to rearmor. That was a mistake. Needs to get that repair. Mortar firing. Grenadiers joining in as well. More force being poured in here. Lighter force here guarding basically that. He's got no real interest towards here. He's feeling confident in his mines. Not bad. I mean, he's really done a great job mining, if anything. And now it's applying some serious pressure up north. Also getting a field gun transfer further there. So could easily get himself an SU-85 if he so fancied. Troops being suppressed, Maxim pushed away. The mortar here then doing quite well. It is veterancy 2, thus more accurate and also firing faster. But now might lose it, Oh no. Das ist schlecht, mein Herr. Oh dear. That was quite unfortunate. Falm here struggling quite a bit with breaking out, although we do not have some defense. We actually named MD40 again very much on its own and send off again. I think you get a lot more of his activities to support his main force instead of leaving this job to some pioneers with a minesweeper. Of course, is me in my opinion. There you go, Panzer moving in. Crunch that awfully climbed up, anti-tank grenade first time fails to penetrate and downs the engine. Most of them they got SU-76 firing away again. Not, oh, this time it's actually hitting, but failing to penetrate. Slight difference there, slight difference. With the CIS-3 there covering up as well. The field gun. Serving both as a light artillery piece and an anti-tank gun in the Soviet army. This is basically also meaning it was made in a factory named after Stalin or something along those lines. Little fun fact there. Veterancy for these grenadiers, that should help you keep up the pressure on the Russians. Maxims again though, proving out with the fall here for the grenadiers in the operations. Quick weapon. Oh, awfully climbed up there. Able to punish them quite solidly. Almost got the entire unit as well. Panzer IV repairs. halfway to Veterans 1. He could consider pulling it back to the base and actually giving it some troop training. Not a lot of players actually consider that, but it's actually the sort of thing you can do instead of just, you know, just use to get units up already. But, you know, Veterans up, say, armor units, so they can quicker get to the bigger bits than Veterans 1. And show to the better burners, say, for example, get your Panzer IV to Veteran 2 with its armor skirts, for example, much more rapidly. There we go. He's actually using the MG42 to harass his opponent's viewpoint. Now, that's pretty ballsy play right there by Falm. Pretty ballsy. But at the same time, again, it carries the risk of actually handing it over to his opponent. So it's something he does have to do. There we go, T-3045 has arrived here for Strageos. Soviet armor.
New anti-tank gun has arrived.
That Panzer was going to be trying at the same time. All forces trying towards him, then shifts his approach to the centre and the south instead. That's not a bad thing, though. It does leave his viewpoint once more unguarded. He can't really afford that too much. Another demo charge! Great job there demoing up, by the way, by Strageos. In fact, back to him. Don't think he's paying attention there. And I imagine Falm will be quite happy about that. Otherwise, he's about to lose some men in a rather horrible way. You know, Dieter, I have a very bad feeling about this, like something could explode right behind our backs and blow us to Kingdom Come. Ah, you're just being silly, Friedrich. Again, going for the viewpoint there, very sort of focused efforts there. Maxim's covering all of this. He's gotten 2 Pack 40s now, actually. He's really sort of prepared to deal with enemy armour. Panzer IV moving up in the way. And there you go. Oh, Maxim moving a bit too far ahead. Getting caught here by the Panzer IV and the S-mine field. That can end up very badly here for the Strageos. At the same time, we see a Sturmovik strike going in. And there we go. S-mines set off, wiping out the entire Maxim crew. And at the same time, striking in there, clearing out some of the pack gun mounts. But nothing beyond that. Molotovs, barrages, hammering down the centres. Mortar rounds do the same. A lot of pressure across the battlefield. Another Maxim being pushed forwards, regardless of what happened to his predecessor. And another T-3045 already available for Strageos. I mean, the fuel he's getting in, the sort of things he set up there is really helping him greatly in that endeavour. And there he called in another one, and he could essentially, within 2 minutes, call in another one again. He can essentially drown out his opponent already in armour. And Falm here needs to sort of recover and reorganise. And again, I really think you should consider training this Panzer IV up with a bit of troop training, besides repairing it.
The enemy still has 300 points.
I mean, the faster he can get his Panzer IVs up the veterancy ladder, the better. Considering that's the doctrine he went for, he really should use his abilities as much as possible to get the most out of what few units he has. At least that would be my opinion. Mortar Greer burning to death! 9! And there you go, wasted. And that's a shame there. Panzer IV hits his rescue. And there you go, good shooting there from Franz the Gunner. And there you go, Pinham machine guns will put to the cut squad wiped down. In fact, we're seeing Strageos has absolutely no infantry. That's actually pretty bad. And that could give Falm here a chance of getting back in the field. There you go, Panzer IV flanking the T-3045. Getting up some good hits there. Pack 40 setting up as well. Baladin going off and trying to murder the infantry there. Doing alright there. Close to it, one here for the Panzer IV. T-3045 forced back to half health. Falm needs to break out though here from Strageos' stranglehold. And one Panzer IV coming from the T-35 and the H-66 other Panzer IV moving up. Shot there, fails to hit. Panzer IV about to go down. Pop smoke, Nebeln, scheiße. Panzer IV wiped out. That did not manage to do as much as he hoped for, although still getting eventually the cut support is not entirely wasted thing. But still, knows he needs to get over this well. Strageos maintaining things here, although he's a bit weak now. I mean, really, now is the time he needs to get this Panzer repaired and trained up. He can get that thing to veteran too. He should have a stronger chance of breaking out and punching his opponent in the face squarely. Right now, at the same time though, he should consider laying down some mines. He's got a nice sort of chunk of the map. We do see some more here, but also around here, here and here. Again, the further he can sort of tighten the net of mines around his opponent, the better.
We have a fresh grenadier squad.
More grenadiers are arriving, although at the same time he should begin actually considering preparing for Tiger Race again. He ought to know his opponent has the elite troops. He also then ought to know that eventually they are going to soon be hitting the 15 command points mark, in which case his opponent will likely try and rush out at Tiger Race some more mines, and an S-35 right now would probably be a wise choice to sort of slow it down. Fuggen here getting caught. Panzer's moving up and straight into the mine. You know, those Panzer gunners just don't have it any nicely there with mines about. And oh, following up here with a quick strike from the Soviet Air Force. In this case, the gunner was much too eager, in fact. Much to the luck there, the Panzer gunner is on the ground. No losses there. Mining engaged down here between gunners and conscripts. Looks like the gunners are winning this one. Partly. There you go, quick Molotov. SU-76 veterans you won, by the way, that's good. Opens up for tracking. Falm no need to sort of really break out. Focus up and strike. With the fury of 1,000 panzers. Panzer IV leading the way, taking heavy fire here from the T-35s and the SU-26. You really should consider training in app to get those armoured squares out a bit, or at least keep the pack forwards a bit close to support it. And also have some infantry nearby. Either way though, you're definitely looking at a Tiger Race any moment here. And it seems like here Strageos is not preparing for it whatsoever. So in that regard, he's actually setting himself up for a bit of a dangerous situation. There you go. The Tiger Ace has arrived. He is now aware of it, if he pays attention there. So Ace is here. Forwards. And time for the mid-game analysis as this happens. Concentration of Falm is very much sort of pocketed in within this small chunk of the map there. He's been splitting out his troops so much. He's not been using his ND42 track to support. His armor tactics has also been a bit lacking in some department, and certainly I don't feel like he's using again troop training to the full extent like he could. I mean, he's still doing a lot of damage to his opponent. I mean, damage wise he's reasonably close, and kill wise also, though it's still noting his opponent's actually doing more damage, which is actually a bit worrying. So he needs to break, and of course he's got the ace now, so he really has a golden opportunity, particularly because Strageos did make one strategic mistake again, that is apparently not building enthusiasm into the strategy that, you know, a Tiger Race might arrive again. He ought to be aware his doctrine's choice of his opponent, and you know what's going to arrive eventually. So right now he's actually got a force that could be in a bit of trouble there phasing off against the Tiger Race, in particular one of his tanks already with a damaged engine. I mean, he lacks something to sort of lay down a vicious amount of fire. His field guns are also far removed from the front line as well, so there are serious issues there. And again, not a lot of mines to sort of slow down the Tiger Race that way either. But right now, he should probably aim for an H-35 as humanly as fast as possible. Pull back his tanks to sort of, you know, have a better idea where the Tiger Race strikes, so he can sort of make a more focused strike. Because another problem is his units are a bit split up. There's the Tiger Race could essentially handle them one at a time, in particular with all the packs nearby as well, and for that matter, the Panzer IV if it gets back. But more mines right now, H-35, and you know, try to salvage his tanks and assault gun that way. Then afterwards, gang up on the Tiger Race. Because can very much risk now losing them without actually getting a kill, in which case Falm will have a very strong hand at getting back in the game. And looking at Falm again, you know, he's got a much larger infantry force. I mean, that's really one of his few advantages left. He's still doing some damage, he's getting some kills in, but he's rather contained in the map. He's not been really making focused efforts, which is a bit of a problem. He's been sort of too split out at times. And he's too quick to sort of, you know, shift forces down there and leave nothing up north to guard, which has been a bit of an issue there. But of course, also the Panzer IV, he's done somewhat with it, but I really don't think he's sort of been playing fully to its strengths and advantages, which again really should involve troop training. I mean, it's a really underestimated ability of just getting units that are somewhat veterans to sort of get them further up. I mean, right now you get that Panzer IV to veteran 2, and that would really help him and his ace in the further fighting. But right now he should strike 40 here with the ace, keep it supported, clear out as many tanks as possible. He knows there's one damaged, so get that one and then get as much else, and then push out, gain back the victory points. Because right now I'm pretty sure they are not looking too good in comparison to his opponents. That's really something he needs to sort of sort out as swiftly as possible. Also get that mortar back, so he's got a bit of light artillery as well. Otherwise, keep the Tiger Race support at all times. If he loses that, that could easily at this stage of the game be game over. I mean, he's going to be having very few resources after this, so getting the most out he has left now would be the wisest idea in maintaining. And again, troop training. Train your panzers, Herr Commandant. But back here to Strageos, back to the fight. Let's see how he handles this challenge. When it is moving forwards. The ace advances. And rolling around here. Striking into the rear here of the enemy tanks. Shots bouncing off the mighty 100mm frontal armour. The 88mm gun there with an expert gunner firing away. And there go trying to flank with all the damage to tanks. And they go drawn in front with the Pack 40. Only making things easier. As he takes a fighting note with veterans, he's too good, but needs to get away, No, he's moving it forward. He knows there's a Pack 40 and he's running straight in front of it. Don't do it, Dimitri. You have a wife and children. And there go T-45 down here. In fact, looks like Strageos has utterly panicked. Either way, fumbled greatly because he just ended up losing all of his armor in some slightly silly manners there. In particular, the H-6 could easily have been avoided. So that was definitely a mistake, and that definitely just gave Falm a great chance of striking back, since not only does Strageos have a lack of infantry, he just lost all of his armor. And now there's a Tiger Ace on the loose with light damage. Now, if only the Ace could follow up with a few more shots there. We're dying past here. Field gun spotted. Nice hit there. There needs another one. And there you go. Quick blitzkrieg. Nice hit there on the Maxim. Firing away. Going for the cut point again. Strageos keeping up the pressure there. Trying to draw away forces from his side of the front line. Keep them contained when the one is good there. And good tactical moves there. Tiger Ace is forced back here due to the field gun. It's the Ace. No, don't underestimate its range or lethal firepower there. But it's already down to more or less half health. So we also got the Panzer IV here. Another idea could be, if he has any pioneers, they might be dead actually. Oh, they're there, but actually get them fully trained up and then repair, but otherwise get that Ace repaired as quickly as possible. And victory points are not looking good here. Falm needs to quickly get back on his feet. He can't afford to dawdle. Also, the Initiative 5 has arrived. Medium tank destroyer. Quick rock grenade here gets to the horde of clumped up troops. But only too late, they're suppressed. And he could repair while he's taking the point there. Need to get the center one. More units are arriving. Strageos trying to fill up that huge gap he's got in terms of infantry. He's only got time to build up his forces compared to it, although of course you can always try and keep up the pressure on the victory points. I mean, the more he can drain them down, the better. I mean, he's counting his opponents down to 35 victory points. This is definitely going to be a bit tricky here for the Großdeutschland. So named because, unlike most other German divisions at the time of its founding, actually took its recruit all from all over Germany, whereas most German units actually recruited from specific districts and towns. But the Großdeutschland took the best of the best from each unit across the entirety of Germany. So it was a bit unique in that regard, and hence the Großdeutschland part of the name. So a little fun fact there, a little fun fact. Actually, getting a nice kill there on one of the Grenadiers. Panzer IV covering things up here. He's got 2 victory points now. Good, good for him. Less good for the Russians. But down to 30 versus 408. Right now, Strageos has to play it cool. I mean, a lot of players at this stage would just basically get utterly manic and just throw units at the victory point, trying to drain away and lose a lot of units without being then able to sort of gain the points and then not losing the game. And we do see here that he's trying to add it, but at the same time he's also quick enough to sort of try and get out of there in case, you know, it clearly looks like he's about to lose units. So right here, Strageos is displaying a rather cool and calm mind, which is exactly what you need in this kind of situation, in particular if that kind of slight mess up being made up there. That would certainly have a lot of players not very happy. T-35 here could be calling in, and there we go. He's still got plenty of fuel. Engineers in the trouble, and there we go. Nice hit. Hans. More Panzer IV teaming up things up there nicely. Now Pani's in trouble. needs to keep something to guard the southern victory point, though. Can't leave it unguarded. Can't leave it unguarded. Falm. And you miss. Good lord, Hans. There we go. And there goes 85 opening up on the ace. Already getting a nice chunk of veterancy there. Another penetrating shot will already be veterancy 1. There they go, the ace is victory ball back. Still nothing here. He should consider actually laying down a bunker to cover this victory point. Or see if he gets the Nolan back. That one should have a point bunker either way. He's got an MB42 covering here. Force needs to be rebuilt, again needs to repair. Mach schnell. Mach schnell. Things are definitely getting a bit more pressure, and we can see here that Strageos is getting more careful now that he knows there's a Tiger Racer on the field, which can quickly turn any minor ration attempt into a bloody mess. The Soviet Air Force wants more strikes though. Panzer IV they're closing in on veterancy 2 and the Schützen. We're getting a few hits in the Panzer IV. Troops here need some reinforcements. Come on, Falm. North being retaken by the Germans, centre lost, south about to be lost. Points are constantly shifting hands here, but at the same time currently not on the advantage of Strategos either. And he got the field gun there, nice little rate there by the Panzer Grenadiers. Cleared it out solidly. Oh, hit a mine and he lost the entire unit. Oh, scheiße. Bad news there. The good news for Strategos. There's a maximum they could actually crew to cover the northern victory point, as he lost his south one. He needs to be careful here at the same time that Falm doesn't get too greedy, one solo too much, or too desperate in one solo too much, leaving himself incapable of actually defending any of the 3 points. In which case his opponent could easily rush in and sort of push him away, so he needs to be a bit more calm and collected as well. Oh, mine went off there, wiping out an entire company unit. Nice strike there. You have to be careful around when laying down mines. And right here he was, which gave Falm there. Quick kill. Points are rapidly changing hands. And there you go, Panzer IV ready to move out again. Come on, mach schnell. And reinforce your troops. Falm. Come on.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Losing the north again, and no force to really respond. He could consider a half-strike actually sort of helps shift his troops around on the battlefield, by the way. Could also allow him to reinforce the front line, showing there's less downtime again, allowing to effectuate a more effective defense. Either way, acing up, they're getting off a nice flank shot there on the T-3045. And there we go. Getting it down. Oh, there we go. Target weak point. Good shooting. Good use of the ability. A lot of players do neglect the Tiger Ace target weak point, but there we go, firing in. Explosions going off left and right. And there you go. Guard hit of Etching on health for the S-35. Tiger Ace down to health already. Also got the field gun firing. Smoke pop though. Points ticking down to 20. Panzer IV needs to just charge in, get close to the machine gun and the high close rounds cleared out. Customers close getting whacked up for the ace. There we go, closing in, getting it, also getting Metany 2. Troops getting in for the cut-off point. Falm needs to strike back, and there you go, got the maximum. Vetri 2, but manages damage in here by the conscripts. 8 points left. 8 points left. Forces being rushed in for every point possible. Rough grenade air over the maximum. And there you go, flanking the field gun. Good job there using the terrain. The field gun on its own is much more vulnerable when it comes to getting flanked. And there you go, wiped out. As soon as he kills himself for the ace at the same time. H-35 with the T-35 moving in the north. Not going to do with the Panzer IV though. Looks like he might try and catch the Tiger Ace there. Maybe not. But right now he's managed to gain the points back. He's down to 3 victory points though. 3 victory points. If he loses any of these points, 2 of them for any moment there, he's pretty much going to be game over. He needs to hold out 2 at all times. Can't afford otherwise. Anything less will result in defeat. T-35 moving in, but he's not supporting it with the H-85. Why is the H-85 not supporting it? He could have probably dealt with the Panzer IV then. But now on its own there, with some infantry and Victory 2, the T-35 might in fact struggle there with the thick armor on the Panzerkampfwagen 4. Popping smoke, and he's actually retreating in the face of Russian resistance. Tisk tisk Falm, tisk tisk. The Führer would be most disappointed. But there we go, the ace reacts. He's probably avoiding this because he knows this is a likely spot for mining. But there's another mine here! The F-35 is too far away though. He could use tracking. He doesn't. Scheiße. And allows the Tigers to get away here. He seems to be getting a bit passive, a bit too worried now. Looks like Strategios, while to a certain extent keeping cool, at the same time might have lost his nerve. I mean, he's not panicking or anything, but at the same time, he's not as aggressive as he used to be. But at the same time, he's still got time, so I suppose he might be feeling he needs to build up his forces. He might be feeling he doesn't want to get too risky and reckless. But at the same time, his forces are barely existing. Now he's got a bit of armor and he's got a few infantry units. All he has sort of as a hope is basically clearing up 2 of the victory points for just enough time. If he can do that again, victory is his. And I imagine that's why he's hanging on here. Almost got the grenadiers there. Almost. Vorsicht Falm. Oh, shit, I lost a unit. Centre is open, south is also a bit open. Falm needs to set up some defences around them. He could very much risk now a quick coup de main, could clear them out. He's not careful. Also a lot of weapons dropped around across the battlefield. Several Maxims for Mr. Strategios. Getting a bit quieter now, but there we go. Also got another Maxim down there. He's actually dropped a lot of Maxims. He could consider accruing some of them instead of just wasting them. Sturmgeschütz mobilized as well here by the Groß Deutschland. And there you go, Commies taking heavy losses there from Tiger and Grenadiers. He should just try to close here with the T-Front from. There you go, forced away. Almost got the entire machine gun crew. Actually regained the field gun there. Good, good. He's actually accruing some of those weapons. Right now, the south and the north is open to a quick move. I mean, if he can get them, if he can execute this properly, he could very well beat his opponent there and there. But of course, there's a chance he might encounter something nasty. It's a bit tricky. He's still got tons of fuel, though. I mean, that fuel count has really paid off for him. And I think he's trying to clear out any mines there by shooting at the ground. Panzer IV wants more combat ready. Grenadiers, not combat ready. In fact, they should get out of combat. And back to Strategios. Did he just kill his own? Oh, looks like the conscripts didn't want. Panzer IV managing to miss again and again. Again, I'm interested. He didn't make a straight move here for the victory points, but actually moved down there. Bit curious. The Chinese forces are looking a bit perilous and imperiled.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
And we can see here Falm is basically falling back towards the centre point. He's basically trying to sort of maybe form a reserve to sort of rapidly react to any move towards here. I mean, it depends on how it works. I mean, with the ace sort of charting from point to point, he could actually work it out. But at the same time, very much risk, you know, not being there in time. He should consider some bunkers, at least buy himself time to sort of get the reserve to arrive. Because at the current moment, he very much risks that when the tank actually arrives, the enemy might already take the point. Another T-35 here arriving for Strategios.
We have an isolated sector.
Panzer IV trying to get those units. Almost got the entire squad, but there you go. T-35 coming back. Forcing Falm here to be careful with this Panzerkampfwagen 4. Sturg mobilizing. The ace continues to watch over the center, and the MD-42 is back here. They're pointing in the very wrong direction.
Yes, comrade.
The T-35 going down with into support. Good, good. Seems like he's getting ready to make a move towards the north and the south. I mean, one solid pincer push there towards this could finish the fight here. He just needs to sort of clear them out and keep enemy armor away from there. But the question is, can he execute this properly? I mean, it's going to be 2 attacks at the same time, different parts of the map. He's never going to know where the ace is going to arrive and when he might have to pull back and such. And right, they not quite well positioned. Here they go, though, coming under Stuka under heavy fire. Southern push is Falm to standstill. Come on, makes the move. Also needs more infantry in the north. But now he seems to be moving away from there, knows he? He can't seem to make up his mind. There we go, the Panther continues acting as a sentinel towards the northern victory point. I mean, he's acting the ace north, meaning the south is now open. Get the armor, get the tech destroyer in there, take that point. Even hell, the centre's open now. There you go, Figon versus the ace. Bad position though. No, he's not moving past it. Oh, he remained there. That was a bit bold. But field gun down. Point there secured. Needs to clear up the centre. Abandoning the north, or he could use the T-35 for space to buy himself time in for the centre. There you go, goes moving south. If only he could get veterans who are on this T-35, he could use it to secure this point. Things are very desperate here. Points beginning to seep down. He can't really buy a fort much more time now. He needs to just focus on the victory points. Keep the eyes on the victory points. Quick rifle grenade here. Oh! Oh, that didn't quite work out the way he wanted it. It's another T-35 here, by the way, available. Shots going off there. Units moving in, but the ace is arriving. It's the ace is arriving. South point secure. The gunners could go down. And there we go, veteran 2 for the F-35, increasing its rate of fire. Units wiped out, barely any infantry left, another T-35 arrives. These forces though hanging on here, most tattered. One T-35 here, barely operational. He just needs one more victory point for just a few more moments. If you can do that, that's victory then. Pack forward, then moving up, advancing ace as well. Counter coming under fire. North, though, is now abandoned. Unguarded. Heavy shots continue to rain away there. He's trying a frontal assault. We probably shouldn't be doing it anymore. There goes 85 coming under heavy fire as well. But the north is open. And there you go, Panther 4 charging forwards. Stuka opening up there. Panther 4 needs to pull away, almost wiped out there. 4-6, and there you go! He got the S-35 there with the Sturmgeschütz. A small victory for German and a heroic sacrifice there. A heroic sacrifice, although I imagine they'd prefer just be heroic without the sacrifice part. North is utterly open right now. If he was to rush the T-35 here right now towards the point, take it, he could win this game. Straight up. Right now, if you realise what the situation of Falm was in, I mean right now, this is basically just a skeleton force. Both sides are exhausted, both sides are worn out, barely any infantry, barely any assault coherence, but again, if he was to rush towards this northern point right now, that would be GG. I don't think he'd react in time. But that's not happening. Sadly, that is not happening. Strageos is not aware of the situation as Falm. He does not know this point is actually unguarded. Because again, I'm pretty sure we'd rush everything up there, buy himself time to just secure that point and do it. Instead, he's building up his centre forces. I'm actually just going to speed this up a bit. Not a lot of happening. And this is again, both sides are sort of exhausted, worn out. Again, he's actually been allowed to repair the Tigers. Now he's building up their defence force around the north. Again, he knows what's situation in. Again, note, reserve position. Again, this sort of position, not at the front line, but allowed to sort of react to either part of the front line here. And now we see the northern attack happening. Now it happens, but he's lost the south. So right here, when push comes to shove, basically, Strageos gets winded. And now it's simply too late. game over there. I mean, he had a golden opportunity, but he could not see it for whatever reasons, and he failed. But overall, an interesting fight here. We saw the Tiger Ace in use, and not wiped out halfway through the game like the last time. We saw an opponent sort of dominate again, you know, did not quite prepare, despite, you know, probably knowing what was coming on the horizon. That was, I think, one of the major mistakes, but also that one engagement on the Tiger Ace came, instead of disengaging, pull away, trying to preserve his force, he actually engaged, and I think that was sort of his, you know, first grim mistake, and then sort of the basic engagement after that had some sort of mistakes here and there, which rather ultimately lost. I mean, he kept cool. I mean, he didn't completely fumble it, but at the same time, he was not quite able to sort of get back in the fight, and so just get those few victory points he needed to get back in the fight, and that, I think, you know, was, well, pretty obviously. I mean, at the same time, Falm here, you know, uses Tiger as well. I mean, he was in a pretty desperate situation. Again, he had to hold a large amount of territory with just a few tanks. Again, the ace basically left him drained of resource, but at the same time, he was sort of able to juggle it quite nicely, constantly rushing from point to point, holding up things, buying himself time to just drain his opponent out. So, I mean, that was quite reasonably well executed. He could have done with a few mines here and there, so again, his early game was a bit weak. I mean, he was too quick to spread out, too easily leaving his troops unguarded, unsupported. Easy to knock out. His MT-42 should have been supporting that. That was definitely one of his greater mistakes, I think, actually. And certainly, had he not gone for elite troops, he'd probably have no chance of getting back whatsoever. But again, he was able to execute some decent strategies and tactics here with the Tiger Ace. So again, it was close. He lost it several times. But again, to a certain extent, Strageos' mistake there rather cost him the game. Again, not disengaging, instead trying to engage it with some separate force, again with a pack and support, which is not really the sort of situation you want to deal with. So that was a bit close, but again, he could have won this. He could have won this, but again, you know, I'm sure if you see this, you're going to be kicking yourself. Oh, why didn't I move one T-34 up there to sort of secure rapidly for some other tanks to basically act as a meat shield? Either way, though, close but no cigar. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. If you did, why not subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. If not, you know, send it a replay or provide some feedback in the comments. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers and thank you all for watching.